Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tip Betting Tips. Hope you're having a fantastic evening and you're getting ready for the racing out at the Cape. We've got the Met, it's a big day and we're looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are too. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to congratulate the Warrigal for yesterday. He tipped 8 out of 8 winners in his first 4 selections. And he also tipped the PA to the punters. But if the punters that played pick sixes, he would have tipped it for a couple of $100 and it would have paid 60,000. Both jackpots were tipped. So 8 out of 8 winners. We're very proud of that achievement, the Warrigal. So well done. The postman today tipped both jackpots for you guys. He told you to pay the jackpots. So hopefully you got onto those. They both paid 600 and 800 respectively. And his best bet won well at 11-2. So well done to the postman and the Warrigal, and also the kid. He's got one horse that's run out of his wins and places, and the rest have all run into the money. So well done to the kid on that. Guys, we're going to start off in the first race in the Cape because that's the first leg of the jackpot. So I'm going to ask the Warrigal to start with what he fancies in the first race. Remember, guys, we have to rush through this video because we've only got 40 minutes on Zoom. So if the Warrigal can start with that, please.
Thanks, Delboy, and the rest of the team. Yeah, the first race as a maiden plate, 1400 meters for fillies. The first jackpot from race 1 to 4. Obviously, with the fillies, it's always a little bit trickier, but I'm looking at the likely race fillies. So my first selection here will be the 3-year-old number 4, Eleodora. Done from pole position with Greek Sheen. Knows this filly well. And good improvement last time over the course and distance. Form 9 is looking strong, and with pole position could open the first race for us tomorrow. And the main threat will definitely come from number 6, Stuart at Moy, with Kamala up, but has had quite a few more chances. So I'm expecting more to go first. The rest of the team and see what you guys are liking here.
So you like the 4 and the 6 there, eh, the Warrigal?
Yeah. I see those two as the main protagonists in this first race. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. The postman, do you like anything in the first race?
Yes, Steve, I do. My first selection here is a 2, Tamil Tiger. Louis Ngole for Mike Robinson. Last time out, this horse was cramped, 100 out, was staying on. I think if he was not cramped, he certainly would have got a lot closer to the 6. In my jackpot, I'm putting 3 horses. I'm going 2 by 1 by 6.
2 by 1 by 6. Okay. And thank you for that, the postman. The kid, do you want to add anything to that?
But I wouldn't leave out the 7 if I was going to take a jackpot one. I think the 7's got a big chance.
Okay, so you want...
You have to put the 7, and the kid could be spots on you. You normally find after a nosebleed and that they come out and win next time. So that definitely was my third choice. Could upset you.
Okay, so we're going for 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. Are we happy with that? That's the first leg of the jackpot in race 1. We're going to move on to race 2, and I'm going to start with the postman, what he fancies in race 2.
Yeah, Stevie, obvious choice here is horse number 1, Steinbeck. The form is there for all of us to see. Samango Kamalo for Justin Snaith. But at 12 to 10, you won't be getting any of my money. I'm going to certainly throw in 2 horses there to beat them. I'm hoping. I've gone 1 by 6 by 8.
Okay, thank you, the postman. The kid, what do you fancy there? Anything to add?
Joe, I think I think it could be a nice win bet.
Breaking up. You're breaking up there, the kid?
I think he fancies the 8, Stevie. I think he fancies the 8.
Yeah, Gentleman Joe. Okay, we're just going to get the kids' comp sorted out there, but he likes the 8 in that race. He likes that for a win bet, but we'll come back to that. The Warrigal, anything you'd like to add in there?
Yeah, look, I'm very strong on the 1. I know it's currently around about 14 to 10, but if you look at the form lines there, when it finished third to Transact is running in the 3rd race, the merit rate at 85 handicap, favorite at 5 to 2. So you've got to say that even last time he was bumped, so he had excuses over the mile. I think back over the 1400, I think he's virtually unbeatable unless the first time he has of any good, yeah. But it looks like it's drifting in the betting, so maybe not ready. Form of 8 is not so strong. Some runners have come out of it unplaced, so I think 1, if the smaller punters want to go, they can bank to this horse. That's from our side.
Okay, that's fine, but we've gone 1, 6, and 8. But you'll finalize that for the punters on a separate video for Saturday. Am I right? So we go 1, 6, and 8 in the second leg of the jackpot. Obviously, the first leg of the bar pot. Right, the 3rd race, we're going to start with the kid. What do you like in the 3rd race, the kid?
I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sound. I think the 3rd race is quite a tricky race. I do like a bit of number 4, Captain Dizzy, Liam Courtworth or Pete Botha, but I'd put quite a few in here if I was going. I wouldn't leave out the 6 either, Transact.
Okay, so you're going 4 and 6. Right, the Warrigal, are you going to add anything in there?
Yeah, the way I look at this race, it looks like a field race. It's there's a lot of form turnarounds and things like that. I'm even looking at the horse like number 10, Water Bolt. It had no luck last time in the running, and it has had some good previous form over 1200. The weight has been dropping continuously in the ratings, and could upset you. It's about 16 to 1, so it's good value there. There's a number of them. Farta as well, number 9, also had excuses last time, ran close to Intrepid the time before. I'm sure the postman will agree. This race is very wide open, and it's as wide as possible.
What I like is that you guys haven't discussed the cards between yourselves, and the kid says it's a tricky race, and you said it's a field race. So I like that you're both on the same page in that sense. The postman, are you also with that?
I'll tell you what, I quite fancy the 3 here. I'm going to have a small each way touch at around about 7 to 1. I'm putting a line through its last run. I see they're throwing blinkers on this one for the first time. If we go back, what's it, 5 runs, it runs second, 3/4 of a length to Pakaya. And if you listen to what everybody's saying, they're saying Pakaya cannot get beat. The 3 actually beat the 6 to Pakaya that day. And I do believe with Greg Sheen aboard, with the blinkers, I'm going to have a small each way touch on the 3. I fancy 3 by 6 by 1.
Okay, 3 by 6 by 1. So we're adding in the 6 and the 1. The kids. So we're going 1, 4, 6, 1, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 10. Okay.
It's going to cost them $1 million. But anyway, yeah, let's go.
But look, those are the horses. Those are the horses that you guys are talking about. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, the Warwick will do the final fields, and the guys can check what he adds in for the final fields. Okay, so it's just what we fancy tonight, and it's going to be big because you guys think it's a field race. However, if the guys
Absolutely.
want to have a eatway on your 3 there, the postman, they're welcome to. You know what I'm saying? If they
100%.
fancy it. So I'm going to
Maybe
start
announce
off.
with number 10. What's the bolt?
Nice exactors, you say?
Yeah, I would include the 10 and then maybe add in the number 6 as well. Maybe box those 3. You might get a nice exactor coming through. Yeah.
Okay, so the Oracle says 3, 6, and 10 for boxed exactors and obviously swingers then. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to move on and we're going to start with the postman on this one, race 4. The postman, what do you fancy in race 4?
Yeah, I fancy the 4 quite strong Warrior. Personally, I think Grant Finneykerk's going to have a red letter day. I think he's going to win a lot of races. I think this will be his first winner, the 4, the Warrior. And I fancy the 1 to run second. I fancy 4 by 1, yeah.
I see the 4 is 18 to 10, so that's not a bad price.
Yeah. Honestly,
18, yeah.
I think it's quite a good bet. I really do.
Okay.
And I think I like 4 by 1. That's the 2 I fancy. The
Okay,
one
the
you can
Oracle.
disregard this last run was too far for it. Put a line through that. Back over the 1400. This one has to go close.
Well, you're saying the 4 there.
Yeah, 4 by 1.
All right. Thanks for that, the postman. The Oracle, do you fancy anything there?
Yeah, I mean, if you look, I mean, the main 2 is number 4 Warrior, and then you've got Silver Operator. But if you look at the penultimate run over the 1600, Warrior beat Silver Operator by 5.75 lengths, and now is 4.5 kilograms better off for beating Silver Operator by that distance. So Warrior looks like a racing certainty. I mean, you look at the weights and the draws and everything. I don't think they'll beat. I think Warrior should win quite easily. I mean, it's 2 to 1. I know it's actually shortened now. I think it was 17 to 10. Could be the best bet on the card.
Yeah, I got it at 18 to 10. I got it at 18 to 10 about 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking
on Hollywood Bets.
Yeah, I mean, I think the double of the day is race 2, Steinbeck, then 1, and then for Warrior. I really think those 2, you can clean up with those 2.
Okay, we'll come to you at the end there for your doubles and that of the days, the Oracle. Just remember that double. The kid, do you fancy anything in the 4th? Yeah, the kid sound's gone again.
Yeah, he's turned his sound off.
Your sound's off, the kid.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think Russian Rock goes close here.
You're breaking up again, the kid. You're breaking up again. I can hear you.
I think if Russian Rock runs to its best form, they're all running for second.
Okay, so you big on the 1. Okay. So basically 1 and 4, the main contenders there, I'd say, guys, with the 2, if people 100%. Want to add in for bigger perks.
Yeah, I think the postman and I will have a coach and ask against Billy the Kid. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. For sure. I say the 1.
He still owes you a round of golf in March when he comes to South Africa.
If Russian Rock runs to its best form, it wins.
Well,
okay, so you guys are playing.
You can't leave it out. You can't leave it out.
But it looks held because he ran second to Silver Operator, and Silver Operator looked well held by Warriors. So if you take that collateral form line, maybe for exactly.
I think in all bets you just play 1 and 4. And I'd be quite surprised if you didn't go through. I would be surprised if you don't go through.
Yeah, the 1 is 2 kilos better off than the 2 anyway on the last run. So
yeah.
Okay, sound. So we're going to move on to the fifth. I'm going to ask the Warrical to go through the fifth, what he fancies first, please.
Okay, well, this is obviously juvenile stakes, and this is a minefield of a race. If you're looking at the top of the boards and that, there's weight turnaround here with a good couple of horses, but I really do like. I keep looking at number 8, Cousin Casey, and currently at 8-1. But narrowly, I mean, you've got number 13, Bonica, is so much better off in the weights with a couple of them as well. And you've got Richard Fourie for Pete Steyn, 11 Wee Jamming. It's probably the most difficult race on the card to find a winner here, I would say.
Okay, so I'm going to leave you with 8, 13, and 11. The kid.
I think it is quite a tricky race because there are still young horses. You don't really know who's going to improve much, but I wouldn't leave out 8, Cousin Casey, the 4, Pacific Dream, and number 2, Street Outlaw.
Okay. The postman, do you have any to add to those 5 horses?
Well, sadly, the Warricle's going to cry. It was 8-1. It's only 6.5-1 now, but I'll keep that to myself.
Is that Cousin Casey?
I think the 8 is the right one. Again, please, guys, if I was taking a jackpot, honestly, I would put the field. Even though we all fancy the 8, I would put the field, As the Warrical said, these 2-year-olds can improve 4 or 5 lengths overnight. But if I had a gun to my head, I would go 8, 11, 3.
Okay, so you'd chuck the 3 in there. All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for a fair run on that one. That was backed in last time and found a lot extra.
Okay. So in that race, we've gone 8 very strong by 13, 11, 4, 2, and 3. But we will finalize it. And we will send through the proper bets to the guys. It's just what we're going through, what we like at the moment, for them to make their own minds up as well. This 6th race, I'm going to ask the postman to start off with the 6th race, please.
Stevie, for me, there's only 2 horses here. In order of preference, I've gone 3 Universal. I think at 9-2, I think it's a great bet. Drawn 1, Craig Zaki aboard. Don't worry about his last run. It was checked badly at the 400. It will certainly go closer than that. And the only other horse in that race for me is the 6. I would only go 3 and 6 there.
That's the kid horse, Pakaya. Okay, the kid, I'll go on to you.
I like number 6, Pakaya, but at the current price of 18-10, I wouldn't be backing it then. The value was early on in the week at 5-1. I think it wins, to be quite honest.
Okay, so
if I had to fancy anything else, maybe the 1 to run second, but I think the 6 will win.
Okay. The Warrical, would you add anything in there other than the 3, 6 or the 1?
I also like the 3 quite a bit. I think you must run definitely the 1, especially, I mean, it stayed on nicely last time down the inside. And being a master of my fate will definitely enjoy the 1800. So that must go in. I like obviously the 3, the 1, and the 6.
Okay, so we're all pretty on the same page there with the 3, 6, and 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see you going out with any of those. So.
All right. Well, that's decent enough for me. Right, the kid, you're going to go for the 7th race. What do you like here, boy?
I also think it's a boat race. I think it's between 4 and 1 in that order. I like Real Gon's kid last run. I don't even think Anton pulled the stick. So it was like a hard workout for him. But I like Real Gon kid from number 1, Rio Karari.
Okay. The Postman.
Yeah, I've gone 1/4. I can't look beyond those two.
Okay, thank you. The Warricle.
Yeah, I think the Rio Ferrari, the one. I reckon they're going to be chasing shadows.
Okay, lovely. So we're going 1 and 4. At least we can go
Yeah.
a little bit lighter there for the punters.
Yeah, I mean there's a 3 kg weight turnaround, and he was at the back of the field there, and he took off late. I mean, you could see it. And I think the 1,000 meters is going to be a strong pacer. I think he's way too good for this field.
Okay, you've got a bit of interference there in the background. Right, we're going 1 and 4 that leg. Thank you for that, guys. I'm going to start with the post. I'm going to start with the Warricle on the 8th. The Warricle, would you like to shed your thoughts?
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, this is another grade 1 after the previous Cape Line Championships, the Majorca Stakes. I think there's a lot of rivalry that's going to be renewed again. Everybody's obviously the captain's ransom opened 9 to 10, drifted to 13 to 10. There's definitely chinks in her armor. The last time she was drawn wide, she was beaten by Zarina in the Garden Province. And yeah, I think the right horse here over this distance is number 8, Chansonnet.
Okay. I remember you guys gave that horse the other day and it ran the drum for us, remember?
Yeah, well, it was kind of 18. I think the 1600 is way better for this filly, and I think from draw 4, we'll have a nice run in. So
okay.
Close. Yeah,
and the kid?
Number 8, Chansonnet. We had the 10 to 1 last time. Just got pipped. I think the 1600, perfect for it. I think it wins on Saturday.
Okay, let me just check the price there.
7 to 2.
Yeah, 3.5, 7 to 2. The Postman, would you add anything in there?
Absolutely nothing. I'll go for the 8 as well. I think it's one of the better bets on the card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But again, guys, if you're taking a jackpot of pick 6, you know, can you leave a 13 to 10 favorite out? I don't know. There's nothing worse than
going out with a favorite. We know that.
Favorite. Yeah,
we know that. Yeah.
Just check it out. Rather put both of them in and take a smaller percentage. You know, like we say, 50% of something is better than 100% of bugger all. Eh?
Exactly. Exactly. The Postman. Yep. Right, I'm going to ask
Princess Kala as well. So I mean, that can't be discounted. They're right. Princess Kala was right on top of both of them last time.
They think a lot of that Princess Kala too.
Yeah,
that's stable.
You can't leave her out either. It is quite open, but obviously we're in the camp of Chansonnet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get the Postman to go through the Met for us and tell us what he fancies and why.
Yeah, Stevie, look, I don't think it's as cut as dry as everybody thinks. However, I do think that the right horse in the race is a 6 linebacker. Yeah, you know, if I'm going to have a touch, I certainly will throw that in, but I certainly won't banker it. I have to throw in the 11. I think that is a little above average. And again, you know, the dogs are barking about the 5, Comedy Dung, drawn 1. I think 1 would be foolish to leave that one out. In my jackpot, I'm taking 4 horses. I'm going 6, 11, 5, and 10.
See that linebackers 5 to 1, eh?
I think. Look,
6, 11, 5, and 10.
6, 11, 5, 10. Yeah, I think. Look, at 5 to 1, it's worth a small touch. You know, you're not going to get burnt. I think, like I say, I said earlier, Grant van Niekerk, I think will have 3 or 4 winners, and I do believe this is another one of his winners. Yeah,
I think follow him on Saturday. Back anything he rides. I spoke to the Warricle during the week, and I think that Warricle also likes the 6 here. Are you still strong on the 6 here, the Warricle?
definitely. I mean, at 5-1, this horse is unbeaten both runs over the trip. Won the Derby, beat Scallion from the widest draw, and also won the Daily News, finishing in front of Komikiding. So he's unbeaten over the 2,000 meters. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. Last time it wasn't given the best of rides. It was drawn like on the inside, came to the middle to the outside. So I don't think it was a very good ride by the jockey. If Newkirk back up, I think it's a big runner. Obviously, Jet Dark has to be a threat. Komikiding, and then the 11 double superlative. Yeah, I mean it's
So
quite
you
wide
adding the
open,
4 into that mix. All right, thanks for that, guys. The kid, what do you fancy anything other than them?
I mean, you have to. I mean, it's if he gets
The kid?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I like a bit of number 10, Marina. I don't say she'll win, but I do think she'll run a big race. She did come flying last time, so I wouldn't leave the 10 out. But I do think linebacker is the right one in the race. I mean, look at all its good runs come with Grant van Niekerk on. He knows the horse inside out.
Okay. I can tell you now, I can tell you boys now, I'm going to get stuck into that 5-1. That's a great price. Right
I've
now,
already
as
got
soon as
stuck
we
in that.
finish.
Well,
whilst you're talking, I've got my wife on the phone already.
I know that the postman.
So I was just stuck you boys away.
True.
I thought Warrior and linebacker, I got it all already.
Okay, guys. Thanks for that input. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the Warrior for his best bets for Saturday. What is your best bet, the Warrior?
Well, you're talking about
On the card, your
Even if
best
it's-
bet on the card for the punters.
okay, for the punters, I think Warrior, even now 17-10 is a great bet.
Okay, so you going Warrior, right? Okay. Just so they can play around with the small treble for Saturday, guys. The postman, your best bet?
Look, I don't want to go and give I certainly think in the 6th race, number 3 Universal will go really close with that draw at 9, drawn 1 at 9-2. I think the guys can have a small touch on that one.
All right, and then the kid.
race 2, Gentleman's Joe. Grant van Niekerk's first winner of the day.
Okay.
Nice ice cold Coke. Thank you.
All right, so the Warrior likes the Warrior. The postman likes Universal, and the kid Gentleman Joe. I'm going to take that treble as well. I'm going to take it a couple of times, and I'm going to take some pace trebles with that as well.
Yeah.
Guys, what we're going to do is after this video is shot, I'm going to send the stuff to the Warrior, and he's going to finalize your bets for you, and admin will do a separate video for you on all our bets if you miss the podcast. Okay. The Warrior, is there anything you want to add into the podcast before we close?
No, not yet. Are we still carrying on to race 10, or we continuing?
I just want to check how much time we got left. How much time have we got left?
I think it gives you extra time. I think we've got extra time.
Okay, let's do race 10 then. Tell us what you fancy for race 10, the Warrior.
Sure. I mean, this race is a bit of an enigma. If you look at it, you got the visiting 4-year-old filly from the Cock stable visiting. First time she's bumping a Cape Field in a staying distance. But if you look at the last run, I think the Double Mint will run another good race. And there's number 2, Chrome Yellow, won this race last year. So it's, yeah, if the filly Flapso Lions are 9, I think the 1 and the 2 could fight it out here as well. I really think so.
Okay, lovely. The kid, do you fancy anything in the 10th?
Chrome Yellow to go back to back.
Chrome Yellow, okay. And the Postman?
Yeah, I like 2 and 7.
Okay, lovely. So you guys have got those numbers. The 11th race, we're going to start with the kid.
I like number 1. It's a bit of a tongue twister. He's Z Peach, I think.
Can you pronounce that for us?
Izapa.
Zappa.
Izapa.
I think Izapa is the right one.
Okay, the
The 10.
Postman.
I like the 3, Paper Trail. I think at 8.5 to 1 is worth a nice each way bet. I mean, he's 3 kilos better off with Han Solo. Last time out, he was drawn 10 out of 14, where Han Solo was drawn 1. And I certainly think with the 6th draw, it will finish a lot closer, and he may even reverse the form there.
Okay, lovely. And the Warricle, anything to add in the 11th there?
Yeah, no, if you just look at the betting, you can see it's a wide open affair. Produce any type of results. I mean, you even look at number 11, South of Fate, Rachel Benica takes 1.5 off. They'll be getting 53.5. And you know Justin Snape, he always wins. Then right at the end,
I thought this was quite a hard race on the day, guys. Really, I did.
Oh, you got to go pretty wide, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of chances, horses with chances, yeah.
Okay, so what numbers will you add in there? I've got 1 and 3. What will you add in?
You've got to add the 11. I mean, the 11 is from draw 3 with a low weight in this field is a massive runner. You can see the drop in weights and everything. It's a big runner. This 11.
Sure.
At 12 to 1.
I'll tell you what, I'll bet you guys a Ferrari that I can't have 11. I'll tell you, Han Solo will even finish in front of it. I mean, the horse.
We'll see.
Rachel doesn't ride in Cape Town. She's going to go to the front on this one. The course will catch her out. I don't like it at all.
Well, she's run 3 times for 2 wins over course in distance and a big drop.
Yeah, but not with Rachel aboard.
We'll
only just won a merit rated 72. Come on, guys.
Okay. So you guys are going to obviously bet the Coke there. That
Absolutely.
The 3 finishes ahead of the 11. The Postman.
The 2-liter Coke.
I'll go further. The 3 will beat the 11 by 3 lengths.
Okay. Are you on the Warricle?
Definitely on this one.
I bet the 1 will beat the 3 and the 11.
Okay, so you guys are all playing for a Coke there.
Boys, make sure my Coke comes with ice and lemon, eh?
Hey, the kid doesn't want to play double or quits for that golf game. All right, let's move on. So we got 1, 3, 11 there. Let's move on to the 12th and final race. I'll let the kid finish off there to start with that one, the 12th.
Field. I go field. There's many in here with a chance. You're better off just going field. I want to go out on the last leg.
And the Postman, would you add anything in there?
Well, I wrote on the top of the race card, open field. However, I am going to have a small each way on the 6. I think around about 12 to 1. Yeah, I'm going to have a small each way on the 6, Munya.
Lovely. And the Warricle, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. It's a wide open affair. I'm gonna have a touch on a nice outsider, number 9, Warm Welcome. Ran a good third before the Symphony of Light. Came flying up. Last time the saddle slipped over the 1600. I reckon back to the 1400 from pole position with Robert Carty. Nobody's gonna back it, and I reckon it could upset at huge odds down the last.
Okay, so I'm gonna take nice exactors and swingers, the 6 and the 9. It was the 6 that you liked, the Postman,
Yeah, absolutely.
and the Warrigal likes the 9. So I'm gonna take swingers and exactors, the 6 and the 9. That's what I'm gonna do.
No worries.
All right.
Good.
Well, we've
Good.
got everything written down. Remember, for the punters out there, the first jackpot starts in race 1. The bar pot starts in race 2, the PA race 3, and the pick 6 race 4. And then you've got 3 jackpots staggered from race 1 all the way through to race 12. So it will be 1 to 4 will be the first jackpot. 5 to 8 will be the second 5 to 8 will be the second.
Yeah.
And
And then 9 to 12.
I think it's 8 to 12.
9 to 12.
9 to 12 will be the last jackpot. Sorry, guys. So play around with that and see if you fancy anything. I hope the guys listen to the podcast and we've steered them in the right direction with what we've selected and what you guys fancy on the day. Remember, it's also up to them to add in what they fancy. We always tell them that. And remember, if you put a horse in, don't take it out. Always leave the horse in. Don't take it out. Rather take a smaller percentage and catch something small of something than something big of nothing. Okay. So, guys, thank you for your time. I know you guys are very busy studying the cards. I really appreciate your time. We've had a cracking month for the subscribers. The tips have been rolling in. I am going to do another video with the profit and the loss of the wins. We're showing nice tidy profit this month again. So thank you to the tipsters for all your hard work, guys. We really appreciate that. So to the subscribers from myself, Dalboy, from the Warrigal, the Postman, and the Kid, we wish you happy punting. Remember, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.